dear and cherished hall. In peaceful days, I fear the edge of dawn, knowing time betrays.
Alfric, how serendipitous that you have come to our aid.
So
I am
you're
relieved that I wasn't too
Alfie,
late.
so to speak.
I do hope my presence proved useful.
No doubt about it. We needed the backup.
We just everyone who showed up, we were like bam bam boop bop bow, just like peace. It's like really. So you're with the church, right, Alfric?
Professor, I do believe this is the first time our paths have crossed, is it not? Of course, I have heard all about you from Her Grace, the Archbishop. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Elfric. The church has granted me custodianship of Abyss.
Huh, nice to meet you. So you look after the people in Abyss, right?
Indeed. And despite my responsibilities, I am but a humble monk. I am sure you have already been told about Abyss's unique situation. For varying reasons, all of the inhabitants here are unable to live a peaceful life on the surface. People like the Dagdans and Almirans, who suffer undue persecution across Fodlan. The poor and the sick, who are forced into Abyss. Not to mention all the other unfortunate souls who ended up here. I believe it is my sacred duty to provide a place for those who have nowhere else to go.
Right. And the poor and sick living in a sunless crypt helps them... how?
That's a good question. How are having the poor and
Please,
sickly
forgive my friend.
sleeping underground helping them?
In all honesty,
Sure, you give them a place to
I
live and all that,
understand
but
his
that's
concern.
really dumb
I
having
do
them
wish
sleep
I could
underground
provide
and
a
all
better
that.
life for my flock. But it would appear that Her Grace and most of the church consider the existence of Abyss to be something of a nuisance.
Aren't they supposed to be helping people? You know, like live and let live and all that? I mean, sure, so long as you follow the goddess's teachings and all that, but come on, man.
Why would they consider you a nuisance? Because you're harboring so many people, or is it for other means?
I'm afraid so. Those within the church who would see Abyss purged are swiftly growing in number.
That's the church for you. They make a big deal out of helping the helpless, when it suits them.
Oh, so
Can't just
actual
sit
churches
back
then,
and
right?
Accept the way things are. We've got to fight the system. Sure, I'm
Fight
here
the
to hide
power,
literally
man.
countless bounty hunters, but I'm not the only one in need. You're in a bad way too, Happy. We can't just let the church walk all over us.
Too true. For the sake of all who dwell in Abyss, we must help dear Alfric to turn the tide.
I am overwhelmed with gratitude. Your fervent support is all the reward I could ask for. As for you, Professor, I must beg a favor of you.
Alright, what's the favor? You want something, what is it?
The Ashen Wolves are a house in name alone. They are eager students with no teacher to guide them. If you could find it in your heart to take them under your wing, I would be most grateful.
Hey, yo,
Naturally, your
excuse
official
me,
duties
what?
take precedence, so you need only help out when your schedule allows.
Wait a minute, Alfric. Where's this nonsense coming from?
I second that question. We have no need of a professor when we have you.
Dear flock, I am a mere guardian. I can protect you, but I cannot enrich your minds. Though I
I'm your
call this
parent,
gathering an
but I'm
academy,
no teacher.
I have long lamented that it isn't truly so. Now, I am blessed with the opportunity to correct this. The professor who stands before you has garnered a great deal of acclaim on the surface. A most trustworthy and esteemed teacher, to say the least. What's more, I happen to be acquainted with the father of this fine individual.
Wait, hold on. How do you know Gerald? That's a very legitimate
I
question.
was
He doesn't
born
talk
and
about his
raised
past
in Garreg
period.
Mach, so I often had the opportunity to spend time with him. Your mother as well. She was a cherished friend of mine. I was even present for their wedding. With parents like yours, I have no doubt that you possess the kindness and patience necessary to guide these students.
But
It'll be fine. It's not like we're strangers anymore. Say, Alfric, Don't you need to take care of those thieves?
Ah, right you are. Please, excuse me. Oh, and one more thing, Professor. If ever you would like to hear more about your parents, I would be delighted to share my memories with you.
Huh. Neat. So, that was interesting. Find out person or dad. Apparently, this man comes in saying, "Oh yeah, we needed your help, but it wasn't really like that, really."
Cindered Shadows. The Rite of Rising.
The Rite of Rising. Was that it? Yeah, it really was. They are just chapter names.
Ah, Professor, to what do I owe this pleasure?
I want to hear more about my parents, because in all fairness, you know pretty much nothing about Gerald or Violet's mom in the game. They tell you very little. Heck, it's not even until 3 Hopes that you really get an insight into Gerald's character. I haven't played it, but I've seen the support conversations between him and certain characters. It's like, really? It's very little, but yeah, actually, yeah, tell me more about my parents.
Ah, yes, of course you do. I will gladly tell you all that I know. Where to begin? If you have something particular in mind, please ask and I shall answer as best I can.
Alright, well, tell me about Violet's mom. Again, we know literal nothing about here, and you only get very little bits thrown in from various characters, and you do have to work for it.
Kind and wise. I would often see her in the library, her nose always buried in a book.
Alright, that doesn't really explain much, but alright. What was my father like back in the day then?
Gerald was very much then as he is now. His knights would have done just about anything for him. Whenever he had time to spare, he would instruct the children of the monastery in combat and tactics. Just like those wide-eyed youngsters, your mother and I made a hero of him in our minds. When I learned that Gerald and Citri were to be married, I was quite surprised. Back then, Gerald was something of a mentor to me. As for Citri, she found it difficult to express her emotions. It was only when she was gazing at Gerald that I ever saw her smile. A smile that rivaled the very sun. His tales of the outside world must have seemed like a lifeline for one as frail and guarded as she.
Alright. What do you mean by my mother being frail and the outside world? Was she just stuck inside the library the entire time and just never left?
Indeed, she lacked the strength to travel beyond the monastery. The only souls she ever spoke with were a select few within the monastery walls. I can picture it now. The stories he told her, his striking words, and his boisterous laugh. Listening to him must have given her a great deal of hope. As for me, I could never have become like Gerald, as much as I wished for it.
You wanted to be like my father. I would tell you that's probably not the best idea in the world. If we're talking about my real life dad, then yeah, sure, it'd actually be a fine idea, but... you don't always want to be like someone. Similar, yes, but not in the way that most people describe it.
I suppose I did. He would tell stories from a century ago as though he had lived them himself. No matter how fervently one studies the stories of old, that is no easy task. Professor, you traveled with Gerald before coming here. You must have seen a great many things, yes?
Well, if you were a mercenary, sure, you would have to see a lot of different things. It's like being like a travel agent or what would we get? Working for a company, I think, would be like the best explanation. Like working for a big company, it's like you had to constantly travel and all that. And I wouldn't lie. If I was a teacher at Garreg Mach, it'd probably be pretty cool, but I'd probably be like the worst teacher unless you let me teach you basic mathematics and English.
Well then, I suppose I have no choice but to assist you as best I can. To shape young minds must afford you a unique perspective on the world. I am certain my unsolicited advice is nothing but a nuisance, but please, hear me out. It is my hope that you will live a full life, experiencing the world, fostering strong relationships with people. Do so for dear Citri, whose wish to experience such things shall regretfully never be granted.
That's why you asked me to teach the astronauts, right? So they can get all that experience they need?
I cannot deny it. It is my own stubborn notion, one that Her Grace will likely not think kindly of. Beyond my personal motive, I believe that you alone can guide my flock to even greater heights. And perhaps you will learn from them as well. But I have taken enough of your precious time. Know that I am here for you. Always.
Well, I'll take your words into consideration, Alfric. But, yep, we're still here in Abyss, and I need to find a way to change the unit's appearance, because I don't like it in this version
Did
still.
those foul bandits whom we bested at the arena confess to anything?
Not a word. And they wouldn't name names. I got the feeling they didn't know much themselves. However, one thing is clear. Whoever hired them is after something here in Abyss.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. They must have been on a treasure hunt or something.
A treasure hunt here? I don't get it. What is there to find in these dingy tunnels?
Elfric, was it? Looks like this is ringing a bell for you.
Well, something does come to mind, but the notion is preposterous at best.
Never discount a wild hunch. Sometimes they're closer to the truth than you'd think.
Any lead will do, so long as it helps determine our next course of action. Please, go on.
As you wish, though again, it is quite far-fetched. You see, there is a long-standing legend here. It is said that deep underground, below even Abyss, is a place called the Chasm of the Bound, wherein lies the chalice of beginnings.
We heard about the Chalice of Beginnings, but the Chasm of the Bound? What's that?
Huh. This is the first I've heard of it. So you believe Abyss is connected to that place?
Lots of twists and turns down here, so it's not the craziest idea ever. Must be well hidden, though.
I once happened upon an old document that mentioned a ritual called the Rite of Rising. The text was incomplete, so I was unable to achieve a full understanding of the topic. I cannot even guarantee the authenticity of what I read. But it stated that the Chalice of Beginnings is a sacred object, crafted by order of Saint Seros herself. Saint Seros apparently used the artifact to carry out the Rite of Rising, along with the 4 apostles.
Who? The Rite of Rising? Who are the 4 apostles? I think, like, the Rite of Rising sounds more interesting than the 4 apostles, but let's hear what they are.
It is a ritual that is believed to have the power to resurrect life that was lost. However, the ritual failed. The 4 apostles bound the chalice, so that it would never fall into a mortal's hands.
The Rite of Rising, huh?
Ah, yes! The Chalice of Legend! My father mentioned it to me a very long time ago. A secret treasure of the church. A chalice, powerful enough to resurrect the dead. Exhilarating, no?
Quite. It is no small wonder that people are after it.
Even so, we still don't have much to go on. We must gather more information about this legend at once.
I wholeheartedly agree. I will do all I can to track down more clues within the monastery. Although Garreg Mach's library is so well curated, I doubt any further records will be found.
Wondrous! We shall do all that we can as well.
So much talking! Like, it's ridiculous. It's a lot of talking between all this, and I kind of just want to hurry up. But I'm assuming we're oh, come on. Really? You saw me moving the thing around? Like, I have the controller here in my hand. Hey, Sword of Creator's been restored 20 times. Woohoo! Yay! Let's go.
I've only had the chance to speak with Elfric briefly, but he seems like a respectable man.
I don't trust him.
It's obvious the whole town has a lot of affection for him. Kind of reminds me of Lenato in that way.
Who's Lenato? We haven't gotten to that point yet. Breaking the timeline here.
I've got a a lot of time on my hands down here. So I've been venturing even deeper underground. This place is loaded with winding paths and blocked off tunnels. It's a real maze. Only a few folks even know how to operate the gate mechanisms and hidden passages.
Gate mechanisms, hidden passages? We didn't cover that in the video. What about hidden passages?
That's what I said. Things will shift without notice here, revealing hidden passages. Walls, floors, everything. Gotta stay sharp. Actually, I'll level with you. Yuri and Constance are much better at scoping out that kind of thing.
You would think that people would just leave like a thread around everywhere to lead them back where it was, but if they say everything's changing, like, I guess that makes sense. Huh, suppose. Oh, frick. Tell me about the Wolf House.
The Ashen Wolves got their name from the beasts who guard the Blue Sea Star. The Archbishop named the house herself, in fact. In spite of that, it seems she looks unfavorably upon our house of late. This saddens me greatly.
Huh, I wonder why. It could just Rhea being Rhea, but you never know. There could be a legitimate reason behind it. You, tell me.
I heard Alfred came to Yuri's rescue in the attack that happened recently. That's just what you'd expect from someone as kind and strong as he is. I can't believe he's single.
You hitting on me? I'm pretty sure you're hitting on Yuri. Like, is there a person in here you haven't hit on yet? Like, gosh dang. Hey, Hilda, what are you doing right here?
Had a chance to poke your head in here, Professor? It's a fortune teller's room. Judging by all her mystical-looking doodads, I think she's the real deal, too. I wonder if she does matchmaking. Maybe she can help me sort through my countless suitors.
Why do you have so many suitors? Well, don't get me wrong, I could probably think of 4 reasons. But, for those of you who don't know, there, she's legal. Fantasize all you want. Linhart and Ash are actually some of the youngest. Yeah, holy crap! Balthus is 27? Okay. I didn't think he was actually that old. I thought he would be younger, in my opinion. Like, sure, like... Oh, there we go. Unit appearance. Changing that right now. Monastery. In battle. Class, no. Monastery. I like your default appearance. You look better in them. Like, look at that man. That man got... What, he got 8... He got... 4, 6, 8... He got 10 pack. He got 9 pack. Yeah, like, I just, like... Yeah, the only thing is, like... Constance's class... Yeah, that's what's dumb. It's like, why can't they change from their default class? Like, that just ticks me off. Like, they should just be able to have their default outfits at all times, but that might just be me. There we go. We're gonna have that bag, just like everyone, like, well, not everyone, you know. Most of these students, just like, I like their class design better versus their, you know, actual design to show you in game. Like, someone like Hilda overall, it's like, yeah, sure, like, the class design is fine, but the monastery design is just so much better. I should have done it, everyone. I wasted my time doing that. Gosh, dang it. Whatever.
What the?
Shut up, lady. Just like, gosh, dang. Let's see, where we need to go? Run, because God freaking Lord. Good freaking Lord. Let's...
What do you require?
Replenish the battalions, because... wait. Replenish everyone. There we go.
Farewell.
It really isn't that big of a deal.
Welcome.
Let's sell some crap.
this
Bullions.
Many thanks.
And we'll look through everyone. Sell the
this one do?
bullion.
Many thanks.
this one
Bullion.
Many.
Bullion.
Many thanks.
Everyone else got one? You got one?
This one do? Many
Give me
thanks.
that. Bullion,
one
nope,
do?
give me that.
Many
Like,
thanks.
we actually have some decent amount of gold. I'm pretty sure it's much less in every other version. Alright, let's look at we aren't selling it today, but let's buy. Let's see if we can buy Killing
This
Edge.
one do?
Yes.
Many
I need the
thanks.
power of the crit on my side. 11 Sword's cool though. You can only have one though. We're also going
Come
to
back
go
soon.
over here and replenish and repair all our stuff. I would say replenish your iron weapons more often than anything else, because you'll use them more often. Replace.
Is this it?
Look at that. It's only the smithing stones for these, but if you go above the surface and do all the later missions, like, you got a bunch of different stuff for some of these weapons. It's ridiculous. Iron bow, because we've been using that a lot. It's only a little bit too. They give you a lot, but I'm assuming it's much less in the other modes.
Come back anytime.
Alright.
Well, I'll be-
You.
Abyss is a sprawling place. Some houses, like mine, are actually quite far from the center of town. What brings me all the way here, then, you ask? I came to see Elfric. Even a glimpse of him is said to bring good luck.
This is starting to sound like a cult. Ow, frig my eye. Is it just me? It's like, alright, this sounds very cult-like. It is probably just me though. Like, alright, if they have two different things under rusted, I'm assuming, like, again, it's probably like all rusted weapons are just iron weapons. So, whatever.
Well, the Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince, and the next Sovereign Duke. Must be exhausting trying to suss out each other's intentions, huh?
That sounds fucking
We
sus!
kind of have no choice. A petty squabble could start an all-out war. Entitled to have a hidden agenda. Isn't that right, Yuri? Cheeky. And off base. What do you think, friend? Do you think I'm off plotting nefarious deeds?
Yes, I do.
Brutally honest. I love it. Even so, that's a bit much, wouldn't you say? I do what I need to get by. Nothing more than that. As for the others, they've all got their own struggles. But they're nothing if not trustworthy. Humbling yourself while promoting your friends. Gotta say, I don't hate this side of you. Seems we're a mutual neutrality of one another. I like that you keep your cards close. We'll get along just fine, you and I.
I feel like Yuri would be an excellent poker player, the fact that it sounds like you can't beat him. But anyways, go over here real quick for a very interesting conversation.
Pardon the odd question, but something has been bothering me for a while now. Your hair. Was it always that color?
That is an odd question. But yes, if you must know, it was a different color when I was a child. How could you know that? Is it possible that we met before the academy?
Wait, your hair changed color? How's that possible? Can I learn this power?
It's a long story. Now is not the time or place.
Yes, of course. My apologies.
Huh. You'll learn about that later. Trust me. It's actually more f***ed up than you would really think. Yo, mysterious woman. Tell me about your gods more.
There was a time when I did much fighting. Then I was captured. Then I escaped. My home is far away now. My mother is waiting for me. But returning is... it is far away. I worry that I will be here until I am very old.
That is depressing. Like, I live very close with my family. Like, a good portion of the family, my immediate family, is right here in town where I live. So I really don't have to worry about stuff like that. But I won't deny that it'd probably be pretty messed up if, like, you couldn't see them as often as you would like. It's just like knowing where they are, but you can't actually go see them.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. The bandit sightings have stopped, for now. I still won't let my guard down, though. What else? Notice how everyone's in high spirits? Know why? I do. It's because Master Elfric is here. He's real special, that one. He saved my life, and lots of others here, too. He's earned some hero worship.
Hero worship is bad. Don't do hero worship. Never do it. There they are. Constance and...
4 apostles. God, this is killing me. I'm on the verge of remembering something. I can't shake the feeling that one of their names is also a food or something.
Really? A food? Weird.
The records should be here some... Oh! Hello, Professor! It's good that you've come. I realized that I missed an opportunity to congratulate myself on my military achievements. But now that you're here, I have an audience for it. Indulge me, won't you? Oh, behold, the proof that the utmost honor in combat belongs to none other than I, Constance von Nouvelle. What a relief to get that off my chest. Now, where did Elfric get to? I must have words with him.
He's in the same place you left him. Then again, given your attitude towards things, I probably wouldn't be surprised if you forgot where the man is. Happy!
You've only been on the job a few moons, huh? No wonder you don't come off as a mindless church flunky. Plus, you don't flap your trap all the time. I appreciate that. I hope you never change, no matter how many years you spend with the annoying people up there.
Huh. Thanks, I guess. You, old man.
The folks who've lost their homes on the surface, Abyss is all they've got. The place used to be nothing more than a den of criminals who did whatever they pleased. Now, we got Elfric to keep an eye on things. He understands that keeping people fed's the way to keep them calm.
You know, that's partly true, but you also gotta give them comfort. If they just got food and water, that will keep them calm, but not give them a level of comfort, you know what I mean? Then again, people from this time are pretty laid back for the most part compared to us.
Don't suppose you're here for a drink, huh? They aren't any better, I'll tell you right now. Maybe folks down here wouldn't be so awful if they could get their hands on something worth tasting. Who am I kidding? Nobles are just as bad.
Huh. Cool, I guess. But I believe that has us talk to every member of people here in the base. It's time for our next battle. Good lord, this is going to be another long one. Each of these episodes with the Ashen Wolves is going to be like an hour. Going above or below it, but I'm going to hate it so much. I'm going to go get some water real quick. You got to stay hydrated. I cannot be just drinking energy drinks. You need to stay hydrated. Because I'm not working out, it just makes my heart rate. Boop, 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 boop. You can't have that.
The answer is no.
Nope.
I will not allow it. It is far too dangerous.
Ah, but if we can determine its origin, we may eliminate the very danger that vexes you.
You already know this, but there are plenty of folks down here who can't defend themselves. If these attacks keep up, eventually they'll find themselves in harm's way.
Yes, I am aware. However, for the time being, you must promise to refrain from acting recklessly. My dear Fluck has suffered enough as it is. You needn't take any further risks.
Surprisingly overbearing, isn't he? He must really care about you guys.
Most certainly. Yet, if we fail to nip this problem in the bud, I shudder to think what will transpire. Aha! It's you! In the nick of time, as it were. Come, let us venture into the deep, deep underground. The chalice of legend awaits! But of course, deeper and deeper still beneath the monastery, to the chasm of the bound.
Coco, you didn't hear a word Elfie said, did you?
I surely did, but we must read between the lines. Elfric wants a solution as badly as we do. And so, we shall seek out the Chalice of Beginnings and present it to the church. If our enemies desire the object, this should halt all future attacks on Abyss. Brilliant, no?
I'm not so sure about that. According to legend, there's some kind of binding that protects it from would-be thieves. Even if we find it, we can't just walk up and take it unless we figure out how to break that thing.
Ah, but that is simplicity itself. We shall first ascertain whether it is still bound, and then we shall release it.
But where is this chasm anyway? I've never even heard of the place, much less seen it.
As luck would have it, I have discovered yet another secret passage. It appears to go deep underground. According to my superior instincts, it undoubtedly leads to the chasm of the bound.
Huh. I suppose it's worth a look. I don't care about finding some old cup, but if it could help us protect Abyss, I'll support the cause.
You surface dwellers do not have anything else to do at present, do you? You'll assist us, will you not?
We're busy. Very busy. She says we'll go with you because she probably becomes agitated if you just say we're busy and you won't want to help them.
don't have anything scheduled before my next nap, so I guess that's fine. Edelgard doesn't look too thrilled, though.
Splendid! It is decided.
It's just kind of funny, like, Edelgard doesn't look too thrilled. It's like, fine, Edelgard, you can peace out. What are we on, chapter 3, technically? Oh, good
Right
lord.
now. How long have we been walking? I'm guessing a full week.
A week? Ridiculous. It's been a few hours at most.
Exaggerations aside, if this takes much longer, I'm concerned about our lack of food and water.
She's got a point. How about we trek a bit farther, and if we don't find anything, we turn back?
Constance, I find it rather curious how quickly you became fixated on the chalice. Care to explain?
Oh, no. Why would I be fixated on a silly little legend for some supposed ulterior motive?
Bullshit!
You want the esteem. You think this will convince the church to help you restore your
Oh,
fallen house.
sorry. I had something caught in my throat there. My bad.
Have you been snooping within the confines of my very mind?
I shall restore House Nouvelle to its former glory at all costs. It's practically your catchphrase.
Aha! Just as I suspected. Constance is the former lady of House Nouvelle.
No, really? She hasn't just said it a bunch of times and we're working with her. No. Uh-huh. What is House Nouvelle like? You know House Nouvelle is a better question. What is
In a
that?
sense, until just a few years ago, it was a house of viscounts in the west of the Empire.
House Nouvelle lost its status 5 years ago as a result of their part in the war.
Huh. You speak as though it has nothing to do with you.
I fear all I can do is ask forgiveness in place of my useless father. If doing so will comfort you.
Dang,
in
you're just
any
gonna
way,
throw your
then
dad
please
under the
accept
bus
my-
like that? That's messed
Savior,
up.
that
What the
will not be
frig?
necessary. There is
Edelgard, what
only
the frig
one
right
thing
there?
that I desire. For the sake of my parents, who fell courageously and selflessly in defense of the Empire. For them, I shall restore our status, revive House Nouvelle, and return it to its former glory. All that I do, even spending each day advancing my magical prowess, is to that end.
And in reward for all that hard work, you were forced to live underground. Life's cruel. It's like you took a shortcut back to the starting line. Or maybe you're just unlucky.
What are you saying? I never intended to share that side of me with you.
Look at that. It's a good thing we didn't turn back. That looks mighty chasm-like if you ask me.
Say, are we beneath the bridge in the monastery? Incredible.
Huh. I never thought I'd be gazing up at that bridge we've crossed 1,000 times from way, way down below. Are we sure this is the right place?
It is, I think. I believe. I hope.
Constance, why are you hiding in the shade? Aren't you the one who insisted that we find the chalice?
Fine. If you insist that I join you, then I shall. Satisfied?
Constance?
I was
You look
quite
at
rude just now.
bit
Please
more
accept
gloomy
my
right there.
humble apologies for treating you so foully. I
She
presume
did a
too
whole
much to
180.
stand beside such noble paragons. Allow me to dig a hole to bury myself in.
No matter how deep underground we are, I guess sunlight is still sunlight. Poor Constance.
Is she going to be okay? Is the better, more accurate question. Like, is she gonna be fine? She's not her usual self. That's
This
the
is
better
what
thing to
Coco's
notice
like in
here.
the sun. That's why she lives underground.
I fear I cannot guarantee that this is the chasm of the bound. I have almost surely wasted our time.
Enough with the self-doubt, yeah? Just put one foot in front of the other. We'll have you back in the shadows before you know it.
Cheer up, Coco. We need you.
And now I have forced you into a state of pity. I feel so very worthless.
I admit, I have never seen anything quite like this before. Is there nothing we can do to help?
Happy? Keep Constance moving. If we don't start searching, we'll never find that damn chalice.
Fine, I'll just push her a bit, I guess.
I must ask you to cease. You shall soil your hands upon my filthy back. No soap could possibly... Huh? This feeling. I sense magic in the air. There is something just ahead. The binding spell, perhaps.
I don't
Jeez,
feel anything
her
at all.
eyes.
Wait. Actually, I hear something. Something big. And it's moving.
Perhaps there is something in place that is guarding the chalice.
Yikes. What is that thing? It's like some kind of gigantic toy.
I don't have the slightest idea what's going on.
That thing apparently is massive enough that's not covering our screen, so...
Since I've met an enemy that can put up a good fight.
I'm gonna go and say that that thing's bad.
Master, pal.
Really bad.
I'm gonna pummel you into my own personal shield.
Oh, finally, time for a fight. I'm with Balthus on this one. Been waiting forever to get this going. Let's go! Like, really, though. Like, for real. Like, we're at 37 minutes. It's just dialogue and me running around. I need to punch something. I need to destroy something's face. Do something. Where's the battle at? Where's the battle at, man? There we go. Let's check out our map first. Turn that around. Behind us, there we go. Oh. Okay. That's gonna be kind of a problem there. Got that one. There's another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. It's like, god dang. It's like, really? Why is there so freaking many? Like, you got one over there. You got one right there. It's just like, really freaking stupid. Yeah, but there we go. What we're going to do. Alright, so we're going to have that going. It's going to be annoying, but I think we can do this because these guys run on magic weapons. This right here is a magic weapon. Yeah, see, so you want to use characters who have high res against them. So let's get into this fight, shall we?
What's the deal? No matter how many we squash, more just take their place.
If those things were created to protect the chalice, there must be a way to deactivate them.
If I may presume to offer my opinion, the statues may warrant scrutiny.
There must be a way to activate those things. I bet they require some type of key.
Yeah, some type of key.
Befoul this sacred place. Leave now or perish.
Sacred place? Sounds like the Chasm of the Bound, all right.
I think I might have found the key. That thing over there is carrying it around.
How big is that key that you can notice it from that far away? Like, watch. What? Can we zoom in? Yeah, we could zoom in. That thing's a good distance away. Look at it. It's like a good distance away. How would you notice any key on this thing? It's like, god dang. Anyways, though, like I said, you want to be careful when you go in here. Very simple. What you want to do is you want to send someone like Happy. Rally someone not like this guy right here, because I completely and utterly screwed that up. You wanted to rally someone like Linhardt and do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to put all our physical units close, so to speak.
Stay focused.
So we can have a very fun thing I call retribution going off. The Retribution Gambit is very good because it makes it all where your characters can get this to counter. So let's see, let's go here. Kingdom Archers. Skilled Archers of the Kingdom. Allies can counterattack regardless of attack from the usual range for 5 turns. So we're going to do that next turn. Do the next turn because the units will be able to just kind of like be good. Alright, so now we can do this. We're gonna rally behind Linhardt, have her move right here, and have Linhardt go into the forest so that way they can fight. you are going to rally our basically 6 strongest fighters, minus Edelgard really. Have retribution. So now all of us have this to counter. So I'll just throw up Steel Sword. We can have... I'd rather have someone like Dimitri go here, because the thing is about these guys is that they're kind of fast. So despite the fact that we're in here, we're going to have the Steel Lance up, and Dimitri should be able to do some damage, while also just kind of being fine in terms of how well he can handle himself. Give yourself that. Put Yuri near here as well for support, and Claude, even though he really should, I probably should have put an Edelgard there now that I think about it. But what can you do? You can only live and let live, and turns out we probably ain't gonna live. So let's see how well this goes, right? Can't go bad. Terrible. Horrible. Awful. Oh, yeet! Yeet! Oh, haha! It is I summon lightning! And it's just these are magic weapons. Linhardt just eats this like a gosh dang champ because his res is super high. But the thing is, like, these guys have lightning. It's funny. It's just like summon lightning, and it just gets kind of ridiculous. Oh well, that's actually some decent. That's a very good growth. Not gonna lie, it's like amazing. All right. Hey. Oh wow, she actually got the hit off. That's what I'm more surprised by.
The sun.
The sun. Yes, the sun is a thing. Fireball.
I won? That can't be right.
Yeah, and you'll notice that Constance's voice and mannerism change because she's in the sun.
Small change, truly an improvement.
Yeah, and you see it all the time with her character. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Oh, wow, is that really... It's out of my range. Not combat arts, we're going to gambit this thing. Assault troop. Hit it. Jump the giant robot. We destroyed 2 of those, and we're on its 2nd health bar, which is good in my opinion. We're going to throw Dimitri up this way, and we're going to have him gambit this. Wait, he's only hitting 2 spots away, and that? Whatever. Gambit boost. There we go. And hopefully it works as a gambit, because if it didn't, I'd be pissed. Right. Alright, so now it's 1, so now we're just going to have him there and wait. And we're going to have Claude come in for the attack and break it over Steel Blow. Curve shot. Curve shot. There we go. And we're going to have him break that, so that way we can get more damage going for us. Bam! Broke the armor. And we're actually good now, because now it won't attack us right away at the very least. Iron Axe. Whoa, bam! And it's, like, this is again like our first instance with monsters, but certain monsters have more health than others. As you can see, this big one right here has a lot, as in it has 3 health bars, and fighting things with 3 health bars is very annoying in my opinion. Weapon durability increased by 2. Are you kidding me? We need to trade. Yo, I need that hand axe back real quick. We're gonna attack with our hand axe twice, and Edelgard is actually gonna get. She's just carrying around that giant shield. It's actually kind of funny. She's doing it with 1 arm too. She's not in heavy armor. It just makes it funnier that it looks like that. That this small little girl is carrying this thing with giant armor. It's hilarious, really. Bring in Ash, get the kill. Iron Bow. Bam! And we're going to send Yuri and Balthus to go deal with the other ones over here. And they can get a better chance to deal with this. We're going to rally.
Is this over yet?
And what we want to do is that we want to go this way. And, well, deal with this, but go this way and reach this one. Because I believe this one's the seal. Or, they gave you 3 options, but I would assume, like, the one on the far right would be the one. Showing out 2 fireballs. It's just yeet. No. No, you. That's essentially what I hear when I see this. It's like, no, you.
It's simple logic.
It's simple logic, and yet this guy's still pretty much an idiot at times for not having social awareness. Oh, yeah, and by the way, more will show up the longer the fight goes on. And by the way, they also have this. It's still not going to do anything, though. They just shoot a bunch. Oh, I say not going to really do anything. It does 3. That's something, I suppose. It's something rather than nothing, but what can you do? Move everyone ever so closer. I am going to put him in harm's way because I want this. I don't want to see him like die and all that. It's just like, all right, here. This works the most, so to speak. Gambit. Blaze would actually crack. We'll probably save his, because his can hit a lot is the thing. Steel gauntlets. They actually take out a good portion of his health with this. It's actually ridiculous, like how much we could take out, but you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Miss. Dang it. That's actually quite a bit. Fireball. And just take out a good portion of its health. And we take that out. And I'm pretty sure with this we can actually take out this giant this turn. Steel sword because you deal the most. Oh, yo, he got crit. Hell yeah, that's death. Oh yeah. God damn it. Alright. Throw that there. That's a lot of damage. I have Dokkan going on my phone right here. Go closer. Unit staff support. And by the way, this is only chapter 3, by the way. If you want to recruit all the students, you have to get to chapter... You have to clear all of chapter... You have to clear chapter 6. And by that point, you might as well just beat it already. That's a lot of damage. Marcel. Oh, wow, that's actually decent. Not good, but you know what I mean. Oh, wow, those are some decent level ups. It actually is pretty good. We gotta get out of dodge, though. You ain't gonna hit me. I have 20 avoid. I have... You ain't gonna do... Yeah. They really aren't, because they can't hurt me, is the thing. If I wanted to... Like, that's cracked, but... We are going to move, because you need to heal. And we put Linhardt closer. Get the heal off. And now we can... You know what, let's have Baltus get this guy. Should be able to get the kill. It's not 100% accurate, but as you saw, it works. Constance, you can get this one because I feel like Yuri and them are gonna get a lot. And I died. Huh. Alright, well, move closer. As you have that, and you can move this way. Who's over here? We have Lucky 7, so I'm not going to worry about Yuri all that much in terms of his avoidance. Because we also have the units getting closer to him because of everything going well. So theoretically, I do say theoretically, it should work out for us just fine. And nothing bad will happen ever. I doubt it, but yeah. And yeah, by the way, Marcel's going to keep moving. Oh crap. He actually would have done a sizable chunk of damage if I didn't have Pavis proc.
I'll never be satisfied.
You know, those are some decent sacros. Don't you dare. 19. Guard, Pavis. Wow, that's again good damage. Hey, no, you bring that ass back here, boy. You gonna get this ass beat. Steel bow. Stop.
It's not luck. It's
and what's that, level 24? Yes. Oh wow, it's actually very good in terms of like stats and all that. Alright, gonna move. Then we're gonna have Constance go in for the kill. Wait for Fireball.
May my foes someday
Yay.
forgive me.
And the thing is, like, it's annoying because like the units are getting like annoyingly difficult, I suppose. Let's see, we'll put Yuri there. Put Violence right there because we have this thing counter. And I'm not calling it counterattack, it is just distant counter. I'm fine calling it distant counter because I've been playing Faye a lot longer than I've been playing Three Houses, so I just call it that. Like, I was around when they were, like, when Grima, female Grima was the new hotness. That's how old this game is. Oh god. You ain't gonna hit me? Haha, see? I called it. I summoned lightning. Oh, summoned lightning and fire. Fire and lightning. Oh, hey, we've got the thing proc. The thing is, well, this thing, do these ones right here, do they have multiple health bars? No, they do. Simone. Why is that one called Simone? That one's just a golem, but why are... I guess the Guardians actually had names. Huh. The more you know. Attack. Break your shield. Yeah. Oh, hey, we got the level up, too. Nice.
I'm still a delicate flower, you know.
Delicate flower with muscles on top of her muscles. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Even though it doesn't show in-game like you normally would see with some of these. Let's go with another Gambit. Onslaught, and we actually have a Gambit boost. Anime! Yo, get him. How could you miss? Literally, like, they literally ran right through it. How could you miss? That's what I want to know. Gambit. Oh, you have assembly. Ooh. Gambit. You have group flames. Jesus Christ. Gambit. Oh no, I forgot he has retribution. Crap baskets. Okay. Let's see. Gambit. You got Blaze, we're just gonna let it off. Let this rock.
I've got an ace up my sleeve.
Are you? That's gonna be the most annoying thing. Like, the Gambits go off and they just miss. Like, they have such a high rate. It's just like, oh, no. Haha, lol. JK, fam. Joke's on you. Thimble Venter. I swear to Christ, if you get this shit. Okay, good. All of them have Mystery Crest, which is neat, I suppose, but also mysterious. Alright, now this thing has a lot of health and Lance Fair. So, let's see what we can do about that. Oh wow, that's a lot of damage. I'm just gonna attack right here. Good lord. We're gonna use assembly. Gambit boost. You better not freaking miss this time. About to say, if it somehow hit, I would be insanely. Oh Jesus. It's a good thing. Oh, crap baskets. That's gonna hit 31, but it's not gonna kill. That's the problem. Let's see. Can we kill with the javelin? No, we're gonna risk our health. Dodge! Dodge, you dodge that. No, of course not. Yeah! It's not like it has advantage, which is the good thing, because if it did, then I'd be pissed. But it doesn't matter, because now it's dead. Be gone, Marcel!
Nighty-night.
Now we don't have to worry about Marcel anymore, because good freaking lord, it would be a pain in the ass if Marcel somehow lived, but we got the Spellbreak key. Good!
There's clearly something special about this key. Better keep it safe.
Yeah, better keep it safe. What we need to keep safe is everyone else. Here, Dimitri needs it the most, I would say.
Quite helpful.
Heal. Alright, throw an Ash over there. Have Edelgard move her slow behind over here. I was about to say, if another Marcel popped up, I would be frustrated and extremely pissed. But we actually have to get closer, and that's the annoying part. Alright, so... Like, this doesn't seem like it takes a long time, but it does. That's the problem. Because you just constantly have to like move your units forward and just kind of wait is the unfortunate part. So let's see, we're gonna get another heal off. Let's give it to Constance because Constance did take a bit of damage. Throw Constance forward. I'm gonna need to reclass freaking Edelgard because Edelgard is too slow with this. Even though she's an armor knight, it's just like, good lord, there needs to be more done. Yeah, I have to cut this here. This is like way too. And my computer cannot handle this, so good freaking lord. Oh, my pain and suffering has only begun, really.